Hi everyone. When something terrifying happens, be it a personal accident or a loved one being in danger or just escaped something very dangerous or near to death, or witnessing any kind of traumatic event that we do, what remains eventually may not be visible. Long after the wounds are stitched and the world has moved on and we move on with our normal life, still the body and the mind can carry an unseen burden. As a psychotherapist and energy healer, I see a lot of these cases where I get families, individuals who appear perfectly normal externally, but are witnessing on the inside a very silent fear or a very silent post traumatic anxiety. They cannot explain why their heart is racing at times, why they're not able to sleep, why slight sudden noises make them flinch. Uh, this is just trauma. This is post traumatic anxiety. And this does not need your logic. If you have someone who is going through this, all you need to do is listen. What does this trauma really look like? Sleepless nights. It may begin with just wanting to avoid sleeping, just scrolling, spending time alone, or just tossing and turning in bed, sudden anxiety, panic in crowds, or sometimes fear of being isolated, being alone in spaces, feeling emotionally numb at times, or completely disconnected from loved ones at certain points of time. Sometimes it could also be overreaction to small, minor issues that did not affect the individual as much earlier. Avoiding certain places, certain situations, certain circumstances, certain sounds, certain smells. These are memories that get triggered because of certain stimuli, certain triggers that can take the individual back to the memory and hence the avoidance. Difficulty in focusing, difficulty in remembering something, recollecting something, sudden restlessness, difficulty in making decisions at times. All of these are symptoms, sometimes stomach pain, fear in the stomach, body aches without any kind of medical cause for pain. These are some of the symptoms that an individual can experience post trauma. And often there is this one unspoken feeling underneath all of this, and that is, why can't I just get over this? Why is this happening over and over again? Why doesn't this memory, this feeling, this fear just go out of the system? When will I recover from it completely? Because healing doesn't come from pushing through, it comes from pausing, it comes from feeling safe, it comes from allowing our bodies to release, to exhale whatever we need to release, whatever doesn't serve a higher purpose anymore. So what helps in a situation like that? First, you can start, if you are someone who is going through this, you can look at gently reintroducing the triggers, the minor triggers, in a very, very mild exposure. All right. Say, for example, a certain sound or a certain smell triggers you, takes you back to that memory. Uh, say, if a car accident had occurred, for example, and you're sitting in a stationary car and you're recollecting the memory the moment you touch the horn or the steering wheel. This moment, just pausing and gently breathing while touching the steering wheel, while allowing yourself to feel that fear and just breathing deep. Slowly, slowly, as we do this on a continuous basis, this is called mild exposure therapy. So you allow yourself to be triggered, and yet while doing it, you're focusing your attention on the breath. This mild exposure therapy is a very, very beautiful and powerful technique. We can go very, very slow with it and slowly, slowly, slowly increase it. So, for example, the first day you just touch the steering wheel. The second day, you hold it with both your hands. The third day, without starting the car, you place your leg on the accelerator and do the same exercise. And slowly, 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 you can increase the experience until you really feel it is safe and you are absolutely ready to drive. Uh, Other techniques like somatic healing, breath work also help. They help you think your way out of anxiety, feel your way back to safety. Breath work is a very powerful tool. Simple box breath is good enough to deal with any kind of panic and anxiety. Then you can also use the 5 4 3 2 1. I keep talking about it. I keep sharing this with all my clients. You know, uh, five things you can see. It can be a particular color or a shape that you just pick on. Uh, Using all your senses, basically. That's what you're good doing. So five things you can see, four things you can touch and feel, three things you can maybe three sounds you can hear, two different varied smells, and something you can taste. While we are doing this engaging actively, this is good enough to break the thought pattern. Other practices like Reiki, chakra healing, energy healing, mudra work are also very, very good power tools. Meditation, for some people, it's not very easy initially. So I would say you start with something like a Reiki or a yoga or mudra work and slowly move into focus on the breath and then guided meditations until you can get to proper meditation on your own. Journaling, mirror work, these are other exercises that can help where you can do an emotional dump where you're releasing your emotions, you're releasing that fear, you're releasing the feeling. You can allow yourself to feel whatever you felt and just keep scribing, keep writing. And this is not for you to read again. So you're going to write it, tear it, release it, and let it go. The more frequently you do this, you're going to notice that automatically the level or the intensity of trauma starts to dip day by day. So these are good to do routine kind of activities. uh, Creating a trauma safe circle around you, creating a safety net of people who are positive, who are supportive, who help you, who understand, who are listening, and who are there for you to help you bounce out of this is a very, very, very essential step to take, especially post trauma. And uh, last but not the least, I would say sleep hygiene. Even if you're not feeling like it, I would say switch off your phone, switch off your devices, switch off your gadgets, and just allow yourself time in bed, focusing on the breath. You may place your hands on your heart and allow yourself to breathe, feeling every breath deeply. And I promise you, some of these techniques, if you try them, if you still are not able to do it, I would suggest please go and get help, see a psychotherapist, see a coach who can, a trauma informed coach who can help you overcome this situation. um, Trauma informed coaches also help the family to be able to deal better. So there are tips you can gain to understand how you can make this process easier for the actual victim and the family, or the people who are supporting the victim. Uh, just want to share my ending note to you. Uh, Trauma does happen, life does happen to a lot of us. You do not need to collapse to be taken seriously. And healing begins the moment we stop asking what is wrong with me and start asking how can I lovingly return back to my state of happiness, to my state of peace. Remember, you deserve to feel safe, you deserve to feel happy, you deserve to feel peaceful. uh, do try some of these techniques and let me know how it felt, and do share it with someone who needs it. I would love to know in the comments below uh, your experiences. do share, and I will meet you again with a few more tips sometime very soon. Thank you.